You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves.
There's one thing for sure, and that's that the budget of year 2023 was bottomless. Directors do listen to us, and legendary superhero movies came back, reminiscent of their golden age. It was also a popular year for biographies, both the violent destroyer of the worlds and the slightly less violent kind. 2023's best, most creative, and highest-grossing movies are right here. Get your popcorn ready, set, and let's go.
Some of the guys wanted to get pizza and I tried to talk them out of it.
Leo! You ratted us out.
Hey, don't use that word that way.
I mean, it's 2023.
Sorry, Dad.
Number 10. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Oh. You think you need one?
Based on a novel by Judy Blume from 1970, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret is about Margaret Simon, a 6th grader who's having an existential crisis. Margaret is a whirlpool of tugging hands towards the good side, towards the bad side, and vice versa. You have different generations and different perspectives. This movie is not just about religion despite what the title suggests. It's a journey of self-discovery, of one's identity, role growing up and more, wrapped in a clever comedy.
Let me just be normal and regular like everybody else. Just please, 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 please.
Number 9. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
We're just running errands.
That's it?
The world's favorite quadruplets are back at it again. But this time, for the first time in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' 40-year-long history, they're actually voiced by actual teenagers. A crime syndicate throws our heroes' dream of being accepted as mundane teenagers into the wind when they release an army of mutants on them, joining Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and April O'Neil, played by Ayo Edebiri. Hey! Number 8. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Chris Pine and Dungeons & Dragons are words you never thought would belong in the same gasp, right? So, imagine if Ocean's 11 met Lord of the Rings and they decided to play a game of Dungeons & Dragons. That's pretty much what you get with Honor Among Thieves. The film brings together a group of unlikely heroes who are forced to work together to pull off a heist with life-changing implications. But this is not your typical heist movie. The players are not just in it for the money. They are fighting for a noble cause and believe they are performing a service to their community. Plus, they have to contend with all sorts of classic D&D monsters and challenges.
He missed.
Oh, that's not good.
Number 7. Barbie.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
For what seemed like a few months there, Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken were everywhere. With the insane $1 billion worth of marketing, Barbie could have been overhyped, but it somehow lives up to everything it promised and more, and it will leave you still laughing while walking out of the movie theater, especially with the last scene. This Barbie is malfunctioning, and Weird Barbie, played by the iconic Kate McKinnon, tells her that she has to go to the human world. Ken follows, and comedies ensue. They battle the patriarchy, humans, and expectations society places on women and men. Oh, and America Ferrera's monologue about being a woman. Oscar-worthy.
Just one appendectomy.
But I'm a man.
But not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
And I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody gets...
Number 6. John Wick. Chapter 4.
You're going to die. Maybe not.
At this point, John Wick just wants to go home, but he can't. So he gives us hours of top-notch, edge-of-your-seat content. Chapter 4 take things to even greater heights of suspense and action. And if you thought the body count was high in the previous films, just wait until you see what the writers have in store for the 4th installment. Chapter 4 explore more of Wick's backstory, which should add some depth to the character and make us care even more about his journey. But let's be real. The real draw of John Wick isn't just the action. It's Keanu Reeves. The man oozes cool and wholesome, and his portrayal of John Wick is a perfect mix of charm, vulnerability, and sheer badassery.
I want to kill him. What about you, Mr. Wick?
I'm going to kill you.
Number 5. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Knock it off!
Director James Gunn set the stage by saying that Volume 3 is the biggest and most emotional Guardians movie yet. The latest in the Guardians saga proposes a question. Is this the end of the line for the Guardians? This is described as one of the best new Marvel movies. We have the newest edition of Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. Get ready for Rocket's backstory, Quill's manifesting grief, a new Gamora, Nebula accepting her role as a Guardian more than a villain, and, finally, the actual villain, High Evolutionary, played by Chukwudi Iwuji, is incredible.
Back a total dick.
Oh, please.
He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
Number 4. Killers of the Flower Moon.
What you said, but must have been Indian for handsome devil.
Everyone went crazy over this movie, and for a good reason. Killers of the Flower Moon is hailed as the Martin Scorsese movie with a star-studded, actually talented cast like Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, and a breakout performance from Lily Gladstone. It's an epic Western crime drama set in 1920s Oklahoma. Specifically, it's about the grotesque battle waged against members of the Osage tribe members after oil was found on their land. And Scorsese stays on the Osage Nation's side and stayed true to their culture in a positive light. And hey, the casting includes Brendan Fraser.
Expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.
Number 3. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
Welcome to the Spider-Verse, and this is just a lobby. There is never going to come a time when the Spider-Verse's immersive, thrilling, and creative animation style doesn't immediately wow us. But the movie is more than visually stunning. We have an all-grown-up Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and the multiverse without giving too much away. Because Across the Spider-Verse is an experience, Spider-Man meets Spider-People. When a new threat arises, Miles finds himself on the other side of the fight against other spiders. The soundtrack alone makes this one of 2023's best action movies. Also, Oscar Isaac and Daniel Kaluuya both voice spiders.
Who do you think you are? Really?
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
Number 2. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. A story as old as time, a new weapon threatens life as we know it. If it falls into the wrong hands, who's stopping it? None other than Tom Cruise's Ethan Hunt. But even the skyscraper-leaping, window-jumping hero is starting to doubt whether he can save the world and his loved ones. The most impossible mission yet, AI. This marks the franchise's 7th movie, and luckily for us, they've decided to include remarkable new features. Forward suit-wearing Haley Atwell joins the Impossible Mission Force, which also includes Vanessa Kirby and Rebecca Ferguson, as well as Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames. It's also believed Cruise might have done more running in Dead Reckoning Part 1 than in any other movie.
His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
Number 1. Oppenheimer.
When we push that button, we destroy the world. Chances are near zero.
Fans have literally paid millions of dollars as a collective to hear Cillian Murphy utter the haunting words, "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds," watching the first atomic bomb come to life, the politics that came with it, and the sordid affair in the middle is a once-in-a-lifetime movie. And of course, who could forget about Barbenheimer, released on the same day? Which of these 2 blockbusters did you see first? And did you or did you not have different paradoxical outfits?
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves.
Thanks for watching, and let us know, what do you think of the list? Be sure to subscribe for more content.